Hi, this is Jan from New York City. My channel name is Jan from New York City Saves Money. I love to help people keep their money. How's everybody doing this afternoon? I hope that this video finds everybody doing well. Let's talk about saving or trying to keep some money or lower the cost of transportation. Yeah. You know, a good chunk of cash comes out of many people's salaries trying to utilize it towards gas money or car fare money, but let's try to reduce it. Here are some tips and tricks. I wrote them down. I don't want you to miss a beat, so therefore I'm going to read them. Okay, number one, whenever you possibly can use transportation, use it. And this is true because for myself included, as a New York City dweller, I am blessed with tons of transportation options like buses, subways, trains, as well as taxi cabs. This provides me the option of not needing to keep a car in the city. In my case, keeping a car in the city and what one pays for monthly parking here in the city is practically like paying for another apartment's rent monthly. It is not even funny. So therefore, I would much prefer to use either public transportation or a taxi. So for me, in my situation, that's my preference and smarter for me. Next, consider walking to your destination. You know, many times people, they jump in taxis and stuff like that out of habit and not even think that possibly they can walk to their destination. That is a huge savings. Now, if you have a job within walking distance, and I have done that when I worked at a hospital years ago, I lived about 5 blocks from the hospital. So unless the weather was like extremely bad and I would get a taxi, like in a blizzard, which I actually did that a couple of times. But making a long story short, I always walked back and forth to work on that job. And I was on that job for almost a decade. So just imagine a decade's worth of saving on transportation costs. So if a person lives somewhere, try to get a job that is close to your home if you want to go the W-2 job route. Just saying. Okay. And I mentioned here, of course, to look for an apartment or a condo, for example, that is closely located near the availability of public transportation. That is really, really important. Next, and this is something that thankfully, one good thing came out of that year, a couple of years back. People realized the availability and how helpful the internet really can be, not just, hanging out with your friends time and all this and all that, but very, very useful. For example, accomplish as many things as possible online. If you could shop online and get free delivery, there's no transportation. If you can schedule a business meeting online as opposed to utilizing gas or trains or buses or taxis or whatever, get that business meeting done online. Even meeting a friend once in a while, just scheduling a cup of tea time for a half hour, you could still have the fun of visiting with your friend and keeping your traveling costs down. Not to mention all the time one can save by doing that. Next, consider starting an online business or a side hustle. I love the fact that I can choose to work at home as many hours as I want. And I usually do have a designated time where I sort of cut it off for the day. And once I hit, it's usually near dinner time for two reasons. Number one, I wilt like a flower. I wilt like, or wilt like a salad that's been marinated with way too much dressing. I just wilt by 5 o'clock. I'm just like, oh. But I also love to know that I'm not spending yet another hour after I'm feeling wilted already on public transportation. I love that, okay, I'm done now with my business day. And then I stop and then I immediately jump into my, leisure time, which is absolutely wonderful. So not only that, and I'm just like saving so much money on transportation. Anywhere that you could find a way to not have to spend money on gas, not have to spend money on public transportation, this is a good thing. These figures really do add up. It's the small things. And I've gone over this many times in even prior videos or audio shows. It's the small things that after a while, they really, really do add up. Next, consider riding a bike to work if this is something that you enjoy. Do you ride a bike already, like for fun? Would you consider riding your bike to work, bring it back and forth or whatever? It's an option. It's an option. I mean, just imagine you getting your additional free exercise, your free workout, and you're saving a ton of money on transportation. Gee, I wish I was able to do that. I think that it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. And next, live within walking distance from work. So if you don't like to work from home, and working from home is perfect for me because normally I am a homebody anyway. That's always been the case, even for years. I enjoy being home. All right, I go out when I have to go out or when I want to go out. But for working purposes, why, in my case, why do I need to go to someone else's rented space to do the same thing that I could do at home from my own computer? That's, for me, it's just silly. Now, but there are people that have completely different lines of businesses, lines of work. Not everybody does everything on the internet type thing. People roll up their sleeves and do like practical physical labor. It requires them to be not home. Okay. So for folks in that situation, it's a great idea to, if possible, to live within walking distance from work or live within walking distance from available transportation. Did you ever sit down, like really sit down and figure on the actual cost of transportation? That's why I like remind people, if you're considering a job, when you're at the interview, sometimes people get so caught up with the big numbers that the employer may be throwing at you, but you really have to like think about how far away is this job, how it's going to be in a car fare zone, how much gas it's going to cost. These figure in. So you have to figure in these costs. It's not just saying it to say it. Always figure in the cost of your transportation, of your car upkeep. Another thing, not a great idea to keep many cars. Some people are actually single people. And I have heard of some single people that keep 2 and 3 cars. I don't understand that. Sell them, get rid of them, keep 1 car. That's my opinion. My opinion. That's a lot of cars to keep up with. Yes, am I right? I think so. Anyway, thanks for being here, and I hope I helped someone today. Have an amazing day. If you found value in this video, please smash down the like button. Don't forget to come back to my Instant Coffee with Jan show Monday through Friday, every single weekday, Monday through Friday. The upload starts at 5 a.m. Eastern. You don't have to hear it at 5 if you happen to, yay. But if you want to turn it on at 6, 7, 8, 9, you get it. Anyway, have a great day, everybody. Thank you again. Bye-bye.